Rossi, the new world champion.
Valentino Rossi wins here in Iceland.
MGP season is go. See the new staggered lineup, away they go. Good start from Stefano Perugini. A good start from Peter Oertel as well. Look at him, number 10, off the third row of the grid. Look at this battle going on behind. It's Tokadome, then behind him is Altamora up there, so too is Aoki. Dirk Raud is in that group, Tokadome and the young Italian Valentino Rossi.
Valentino Rossi on that front row of the grid. He could clinch his first ever 125cc championship here this afternoon if he finishes in the top 3. 10 riders as we start the last lap. Rossi, he's down in 4th position, out of the podium positions at the moment. However, it's Scalvini, number 21, who comes up. No, Tomomi Manako, but Scalvini goes well wide. Scalvini goes wide. Manako's trying to give it a handful. Ueda gets the advantage. Ueda out of the last corner. They're going all over the place. Scalvini's going backwards. Ueda gets the win ahead of Tomomi Manako. And Ross is the 125cc world champion for 1997. As I speak, there he is, number 46, Valentino Rossi. If he finishes where he is now, he will win the 250cc World Championship. Valentino Rossi taking to the edge of the track. He's passing Stefano Perugini for first position. He's trying to go around the outside and slamming the door in Perugini's face. Rossi now takes the lead. Here comes the Honda, though, of Toru Ukawa, who passes Rossi. But Rossi's fighting back around the outside. You can't keep a good thing down with Valentino Rossi. But here comes Stefano Perugini, another Italian, similar to Rossi. He's coming through and he's now in seconds down this back section. But here is a man with no top speed problems. Valentino Rossi hitting the front on the Aprilia. He just sighs through past the other Hondas. And there's nothing they can do about the sheer power of that Aprilia. Rossi wins the race, but more importantly, he wins his second World Championship after his 125 glory in 1997. In 1998, he finished second in 250, his rookie year, and now he's won the championship.
Rossi only has to finish 8th in this race to take the title. So Rossi leads, Biaggi second. Max Biaggi takes the lead. We ride with Valentino Rossi. Over the top they go. Rossi has the advantage. Rossi leads. The checkered flag is being readied. Side by side. Valentino Rossi wins the race. He wins the world title. What a MotoGP event. Rossi, the new world champion. Rossi wins here in Australia. Rossi runs off the track, but hangs on.
Rossi comes through. Rossi's in second position.
Rossi will be crowned world champion.
We're on board with Valentino Rossi down the home straight, and Rossi goes up the inside of Gibernau.
Rossi on course for the world title, but Gibernau wants to win the race.
Gibernau on board again, we're with Rossi. Gibernau goes round the outside, and Gibernau is back in front. Rossi seems to have the inside line as they now dip down into the right-hander. Rossi leads. Rossi has taken the lead once more on this final lap.
The World Championship title beckons. Valentino Rossi wins the Australian Grand Prix here at Phillip Island. He wins the 2004 World Championship. Yamaha back on top after a 12-year absence due to one person, the 25-year-old Italian Valentino Rossi.
They head up to the corkscrew for the first time, an attack from Rossi. Valentino Rossi goes through and leads in the US Grand Prix. Now, what can he do from this position? Now, what we're going to see here as they come into turn one. He's made the move and he goes into turn two, so Casey Stoner takes over the front. That didn't last too long for Valentino Rossi. Now, what can Stoner do?
Wow.
Rossi goes through and pushes Stoner away. Casey won't like that one bit. Tries to take the pace, doesn't he? Had a bit more drive coming out of that corner, but Rossi stood strong. Once more, round the outside!
going up the Rahal straight. Unbelievable stuff from Casey Stoner. And Rossi comes straight back at the corkscrew. We haven't seen action like this as Rossi runs off track and pushes Stoner wide. What amazing stuff here. It's Valentino Rossi. Stoner goes round the outside, certainly stronger, isn't he? Rossi
Same move again.
going to make it one more time up turn 5 and goes through. Here we go.
Here we go, down the front straightaway.
Casey Stoner round the outside at turn 1. Just like John Hopkins told us, can he pull enough of a gap before we get to turn 5? He's run it deep, hasn't he? Run it far too wide in there. Casey Stoner does make a move on the front straight, as we said. Rossi's going to try and get straight back underneath him, and Stoner's going to keep the bike stuck in there, isn't he? But Rossi sticks it right up underneath him straight away.
Here we go. Here's Casey back straight back underneath him. He's strong in this section.
Great stuff in turn 3. Stoner goes through, but Rossi's hanging the bike
around
outside.
the outside. Unbelievable.
Valentino Rossi will take victory in the United States Grand Prix. Fabulous, fabulous performance from him.
Here comes Casey Stoner. Oh, Casey Stoner goes past Danny Pedrosa. Valentino Rossi also goes through.
It's Stoner who runs it wide, and Rossi goes through the open door.
Valentino Rossi now 2 corners away from his 100th Grand Prix victory. Through the chicane, he flicks it right, he flicks it left, he flicks it right again. Valentino Rossi, the 30-year-old Italian, wins his 100th Grand Prix victory here at Assen.
Here we go. Number 1. That was back in Brno. And then these are all the victories from Valentino Rossi throughout his career.
Is it going to be every? It's going to be every single one.
Every single victory.
Look at that.
Marvellous.
Fabulous.
Absolutely brilliant stuff.
Just listen to the crowd. To say 96,000 fans here today. They wanted a close race, but I think they just remember the day they saw the greatest motorcycle racer the world has ever seen win its 100th Grand Prix. It's a special day for everybody connected with the sport. Special day for Italy. A special day for the Rossi family. The most special day of them all for that young man who started that way back with that first win at Brno in 1996. Young Valentino Rossi he was then. We're at Assen. It's round 7. It's the last Saturday in June.
Great start from Jorge Lorenzo. I was keeping an eye on there. But what about Stefan Bradl's getaway? And Danny Pedrosa from the second row of the grid leads them into turn 1. Crutchlow has dropped from 1st into 5th place.
Here comes Rossi up the inside of Stefan Bradl, and Rossi moves into 3rd place very aggressively.
Aggressive, yeah.
Rossi thinks about coming up the inside of Marquez. He doesn't think about it at Harbock. He's gone through. Look at the fans. They love him throughout the world. 9 times world champion. He is closing the gap on Danny Pedrosa.
Here comes Rossi now out of the ram, so Pedrosa's going to try and run it wide, but Rossi is going to go through, and he's going to take the lead in the Dutch TT. And listen to the crowd. They stand on their feet in the grandstands as Rossi comes across the line in the lead.
So when was his last Grand Prix win? Malaysia, Valentino Rossi?
2010.
Yeah, the day, of course, Lorenzo won the championship.
Exactly. His 46th Grand Prix victory for Yamaha, of course.
The crowd are on their feet. Italy has stopped for 1 minute. Valentino Rossi wins here in Assen. He's back in business. 106 Grand Prix wins. I think he will be ecstatic. I think this will be, hearsay, it's one of his greatest ever Grand Prix victories.
He's going to have a lunge at the inside of the timber chicane, surely. Petrucci will go up the inside. No, he can't quite find a way through. How close was that between Rossi and Petrucci? Rossi stands firm. He leads over the line to start lap 22.
First Dimitrios has to go right side by side, and he has got through. Danilo Petrucci now leads away. Rossi in 2nd place.
The inside, you bet he is. You can see that one coming from a mile away. Rossi then takes the lead back at the timber chicane. We've got 3 laps to go here in Assen. It's Rossi from Petrucci. Valentino Rossi then on the brink of his 115th career victory in Grand Prix.
His 115th Grand Prix victory. Valentino Rossi wins here in Assen.
What a fight, what a race here in Assen, a classic in front of a crowd of 105,000 fans.
Valentino Rossi, 115 Grand Prix victories. Write him off at your peril.